What's your favorite movie?
Wizard of Oz.
Movie you laughed the hardest through?
Shawshank Redemption.
Over the past couple of weeks, we witnessed the epic downfall of one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. Of course, I'm talking about none other than Blake Lively. Her fall from grace has been so sudden, so fast that the majority of us couldn't even grasp what's been going on and how detrimental the results of all these might be. Unfortunately, from the business perspective, things do not look as promising as they once were for Blake. In fact, It Ends With Us might be the last movie project that we see her in for a long time. Okay, here is what happened. It Ends With Us is a movie adapted from Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel about domestic violence. The movie has been in the works for quite a long time, and honestly, everyone expected it to be a hit, but no one expected it to end Blake Lively's career this harshly. If you didn't know, Justin Baldoni initially secured the rights to Hoover's novel, describing it as a blend of romance, mystery, and emotion. Admitting it even brought him to tears. Hoover, who was very protective of her book, only sold the rights after receiving a heartfelt email from Baldoni, which convinced her he truly understood the story's significance. So far, so good, right? Well, things are about to get crazy. Allegedly, once Lively was cast as Lily, the project began to face challenges. The fact that Lively completely ignored the movie's theme and message during the entire press tour drove fans crazy. Throughout the process, she completely ignored all the questions about these themes, kept joking about everything, changing the subject, and promoting her new hair care brand and romance with her husband. While she was doing all these, Baldoni was the one who was very expressive on the movie's themes, making it easier for the fans to pick a side.
Blake, I'm going to start with you. Most of us, if we're lucky enough to run into a celebrity in public, we only have a few moments to maybe speak with you guys. But for people who see this movie, who relate to the topics of this movie on a deeply personal level, they're really going to want to talk to you. This movie is going to affect people, and they're going to want to tell you about their lives. So if someone understands the themes of this movie, comes across you in public, and they want to really talk to you, what's the best way for them to be able to talk to you about this? How would you recommend they go about it?
Like asking for like my address or my phone number or like my location share. Or I could just location share you, and then we could I'm just curious about
social security number.
I'm a Virgo, so I'm like, are we talking logistics? Are we talking emotionally?
Overall, it seems there have been creative differences between Lively and Baldoni, leaving Baldoni feeling sidelined in his own project. Since Baldoni is known for a vocal name on domestic violence and has expressed his passion for this project multiple times before, it did not sit right with the audience that he was treated this way by Lively. And the more we learned, the more we were baffled by Lively's alleged actions toward Baldoni. The press tour for the film hinted at the tension, especially for Baldoni. We quickly noticed his absence from joint press events and the lack of photos of Lively and Baldoni together at the New York premiere. Additionally, many pointed out that Lively, Hoover, and other cast members don't follow Baldoni on Instagram, though he follows them. And let's not forget the noticeable presence of Reynolds during the press tour. He was more visible than Baldoni himself. To her credit, Lively previously mentioned that she and Reynolds often collaborate on each other's projects, so it wasn't shocking to see him involved. But no one expected to see him this involved. Insiders confirmed Reynolds wrote a significant part of the dialogue for that rooftop scene, even though he was busy with Deadpool and Wolverine at the time. In fact, Lively revealed Reynolds' involvement during an interview on the press tour, so we all heard it from her. However, apparently, we were not the only ones who got the news right then and there from Lively. It seems like Baldoni was with us, shocked to hear all these about the movie that was supposedly his.
The more drama that comes out about It Ends With Us, the more I really don't even want a sequel, because the drama has really ruined the movie. And now that Entertainment Tonight confirms that Ryan Reynolds writing a scene for It Ends With Us and made it into the final cut of the film did indeed come as news to Justin Baldoni, the director, who found out only after Blake Lively revealed it in a red carpet interview. Honestly, this is just very unprofessional and so condescending. Imagine being the director of a film and finding out at the same time of the general public during an interview on the red carpet, your co-star's husband's scene is actually the one that made the final cut. Not your scene that you worked hard on, expecting to be praised because you worked so hard on this movie, but instead your co-star's very famous, rich husband. I loved Blake and Ryan. Literally, like right before all the drama, I posted a video about them saying how much I love them as a couple. But this is so out of line. And while the negative drama surrounding this movie has probably done great for like the viewings of the movie, and obviously people are talking about it, but if they were to make a sequel, I would not watch it. I would not watch a sequel with all the same characters in it just because I don't even think they'd be able to make it because of the drama that surrounds it. And I would not watch a sequel if they changed the characters because that just ruins it even more so.
From this alone, you can already see that Lively, as both star and producer, played a major role in shaping the film's direction. In fact, she reportedly commissioned her own cut of the movie from editor Shane Reed. While it's unclear if any of Lively's version made it into the final edit, it is simply weird to have a producer or an actor have such a huge say in the overall trajectory of a movie. Like, why do we have a director then, right? Let me know what you think about Lively's involvement in the process. Do you think it is normal or is it disrespectful to Baldoni? Interestingly, it seems like this animosity between Baldoni and Lively plagued the entire filming process. And somehow nothing has leaked into the media until this point. According to recent news, crew members noticed a clear difference in Lively and Baldoni's filmmaking styles during the production, which ran from March to June 2023 in New Jersey. According to 3 anonymous sources who spoke to the media, Lively's attitude toward the project shifted over time, and it became apparent that she didn't want to be there. One crew member mentioned, "Everyone knew they didn't like each other, though they believe the rumors about their conflict are exaggerated. I don't think they hate each other, but I doubt they'd work together again. Their styles are just too different." Blake is very business-minded, while Justin is more focused on the artistic side of filmmaking. Crew members also shared that Lively and Baldoni seemed to avoid each other on set, with one noting that they never saw them together unless it was absolutely necessary. That being said, I have to mention that while the drama might seem intense from the outside, the crew believes it mostly comes down to clashing creative approaches and personalities. There were conflicting ideas on how to make the movie, and since Blake was funding it, Justin couldn't really take charge, said one crew member. He's great at directing actors, but maybe not as strong in steering the entire film. So, nothing personal. Do you believe that this entire saga started just because of creative differences? Can't wait to hear your thoughts on it. Regardless if this was only based on creative differences or personal animosity, the results of it have been brutal for Lively, because the internet did what the internet does and brought up all of her dirty laundry. So we ended up with a selection of Lively's problematic, questionable, and unexpected interviews from the past. First, her insulting behaviors against the journalists emerged.
What is the next
What does
5
that
years
mean?
Well, in terms of trying, you apparently are not going to sing if you didn't think you can sing.
I sang in this movie.
Well,
Did
yeah.
you see the movie?
I did see the movie. But I mean,
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump? You've got 2 nice ones. And they are kind of bumps, aren't they?
No, not bumps. The lovely lady lumps. Check it
Okay.
out.
Then it turned out that she called her cast members in Gossip Girl monkeys.
Another promise was no pet monkey. Chuck has a matching pet monkey with coordinating outfits, and I was like, I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey. And then I got a few of them.
You got a few of them.
Come on, it was a joke. Lord have mercy.
And then, of course, there are her infamous interviews with Anna Kendrick, which can be labeled as cringy at best.
Well, I met Blake. I worked with her husband Ryan several years ago, so I met Blake a few times through Ryan on that film. And thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah. Look at the body language experts analyzing this right now. How quickly do you...
Don't touch me.
Now, you may ask, did no one stand up for Lively? Was she alone in all this? Well, the cast of It Ends With Us has mostly stayed quiet about the behind-the-scenes drama, though it seems some are siding with Lively. A source told People that the principal cast and Colleen Hoover want nothing to do with Baldoni. On August 20th, however, Brandon Sklenar, who plays Lily's other love interest, Atlas, was the first cast member to address the controversy publicly. In a lengthy Instagram post, Sklenar defended Lively, Hoover, and the other women involved in the film, saying, "The women of this cast stand for hope, perseverance, and for women choosing a better life for themselves." He added, vilifying the women who put their heart and soul into this film because they believe so strongly in its message is counterproductive and detracts from what this film is about. It's the opposite of the point. Then, Bart Johnson, who is married to Lively's sister, Robin Lively, recently shared a birthday tribute to Lively. Then, the actor had to respond to a comment from someone expressing disappointment that Lively seemed to be promoting happiness in a domestic violence setting without considering the victims. In response, Johnson said, "I'm really sorry you feel that way. I'm sure you have a huge heart and want the best. I can promise you the truth hasn't come out yet. Blake worked harder on this film than anything I've seen her do in my entire life because it meant so much to her." He added, "The message is in the book and in the movie, not in short clips or interviews. She is the reason this message and movie are being shared. Were mistakes made? Yes, I make mistakes in life, but they aren't under a microscope. Anyway, I respect your views. I got nothing but love for you." Well, I'm not sure if all those resurfaced videos were just coincidences or could be minimized as just mistakes. But I agree that we lack context in many of the discussions regarding Lively. Do you think Sklenar and Johnson are right in supporting Lively? Or do you think she has nothing to stand up for? Overall, it can't be denied that all this drama and rumors put the sequel movie for It Ends With Us at risk. This is interesting because the movie has been doing amazing at the box office. So far, it earned more than $240 million globally. Plus, a sequel to the novel, It Starts With Us, already exists. So there's no need to stretch the original story to capitalize on the film's success. Typically, when a film does well at the box office, Hollywood is quick to announce a sequel. And yet, this time, it won't be the case. This situation is uncharted territory, and no one knows what a sequel might look like, said a source familiar with the issue to Variety, and added, "It's unlikely these two will work together again." Well, actually, Baldoni already hinted that he won't take part in a potential sequel. At the film's premiere, when asked by Entertainment Tonight about possibly taking on both roles again for a sequel, Baldoni surprised everyone by saying, "I think there are others who would be better for that," suggesting that Blake Lively might be up for the challenge instead. "I think Blake Lively's ready to direct," he added, which many interpreted as a passive-aggressive comment on her involvement in the project. Would you watch It Ends With Us too, if it still ends up happening without Baldoni? Can't wait to hear what your thoughts about it. As you can expect, It Ends With Us 2 is not the only thing that is put at risk due to this drama. It seems like Lively's entire career as an actress is at risk. First of all, she now has the worst etiquette that any actor can ever get, aka being difficult to work with. Also, after seeing how she overstepped her place and sidelined Baldoni, it is doubtful that any director would want to work with her anymore. The only way out from this seems like her making her own movies as she dreams. Currently, there are 4 projects that seem in the works for her. One of them is A Simply Favor 2, which can lead to a resurgence in her career perhaps, since the first movie has a lot of fans. The other 3 projects seem in the pre-production process, and we don't have a lot of information on them. So she can't lean on them to secure her career. To be fair, apart from Gossip Girl, Age of Adeline, and A Simple Favor, how many movies of Lively do you actually remember? Let's be honest, she has always been more of a style icon than a respectable actress with an extensive resume. She didn't star in anything between the years of 2020 and 2024. For God's sake. Instead, she has been a social media figure and a style icon. And that's about it. Do you consider Lively as a style icon or a good actress? Let me know in the comments. Still, there are rumors that she might be included in the Marvel universe as Ladypool. She already voiced the character in Deadpool vs. Wolverine. It is clear that Disney was hoping to capitalize on her already existing chemistry and popularity with her husband Reynolds. However, after all this drama, I doubt that the company would want to cast her for the role. This is sad for her. After all, she wanted to be Black Widow just like Scarlett Johansson, who is Reynolds' ex-wife. For years, even if she is cast as Ladypool though, would we be able to forget what we learned about her so far? Would we be able to forgive this interview?
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump?
You've got 2 nice ones.
And these, they are kind of bumps, aren't they?
No, not bumps. The lovely lady lumps. Check it
Okay.
out.
If you are interested in anything about Hollywood, movies, TV shows, and celebrities, stay tuned.